No viewers. Okay, never mind. Hello. This is an interesting event. Okay, their gold mine's been captured. That's pretty good. Send these to siege down the islands. Oh, brilliant! There's another viewer. Awesome. Hello there, dear viewer. And he left. Right. Okay. Yay, there's a viewer. Hello. Why has Austria just declared a war? Oh, it's an automatic war. Okay. That's not needed actually. Actually, it might be worth drilling these whilst all in Europe. Oh, that might not be good. Oh no, never mind, that's fine. Okay, whoops. Buda and Vienna. With a Pest as well. Where's the Danube fleet? Okay, that's been occupied. That's right. That's irritating. This one probably. This is probably a good idea. Where is that? Oh, right. That's unfortunate. What are they pursuing? No, right, that's fine. Maybe I might send this one back to Gaul. Yeah, maybe, my friend, maybe. I've already reached China, technically. I have Formosa, or Taiwan, as in my trade company. No plans to invade China yet, though. I'm gonna try and consolidate this in the Indies first. You know, it's strange, yeah, because Austria was bullying Aragon. What? Wait, what's this? The mod don't lag. It's called it just crashes without lag. I don't understand that, my friend. Sorry. This mod, you mean? Victorium Universalis? Is that what you mean? might just build maybe 100 light ships. Maybe 200 actually. That should be fine. I need to add Armenian as an accepted culture. There we go. Circassian. Well, that one can be converted, that's fine. Who do these belong to? Brazil. Interesting. Maybe I should stream later actually, that could be a good idea. Because I don't seem to be getting many viewers right now. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Might just conquer a little bit more though. Occupy a little bit more. Ingolstadt. Okay, that's this one. Which territories does it have? These could be quite useful to have actually. How far does the actual Danube bit go? It may be worth... No, actually. How about the French? sending that one to crush that army there. I should probably build another army actually, another legion. Constantinople has ships being built there, so not there. Yeah, I'll build it in Regium, yeah. I'll build it there. Oh, I should probably actually. Well, I've accepted Armenian, so I should probably. Brilliant, I can convert that to Armenian. And that one. Right, okay. Okay. Where did he die? Right. Okay, Granada's been won. Brilliant. Okay. Should, fingers crossed, stop lagging in a second. There. Right, send that one there. Okay. What did I do with the... Oh, right, okay. Okay, Prague's been won, that's brilliant. What's a good name? From Carthage, why not? Shema, Sotam? You alright, mate? Don't worry, man. I know how you feel. Exams are horrible. worry, man. It's fine. Why is oh, okay, Castile's an ally, that's why. Probably got called in. Let's see, what could we take from Castile? Maybe something that looks like this. Let's see, if it's below 100. Perfect, 100, exactly, right, that should be fine. Might need to redirect a couple more troops here though. But the French are retaking their territory, so it should be fine. I should be able to redirect a couple more troops. Send this one to Hispania. Why is that one running away? Why 20 plus province make only percentage 80? Well, this province is 2%. I mean, why the... give me 1 second. I need to check something. Where's the religion thing? It's not that one. Well, it is that one, but the religion thing is probably... Yeah, okay. So, Castile and I are different religions, so that's minus 40%. From religious wars, which is the age ability, and then the Malta forts. Then you also got this province war score cost one from new ideas. So yeah, like that's why. I mean, also very low development provinces don't really have a high war score. I mean, Constantinople, if I just have a look at it, its war score is 26%. Granada's is 3%. That's quite odd actually. Why is it only 3%? What's Paris's? Paris is 6%. Why is it that low? You're 2%. London is 6%. Let me look east. Let's have a look. What do we have here? That's also 6%. Why is it only 6%? Beijing? Yeah, I can see that. Also 6%. That's really weird. I don't know, to be honest. It's not sure. Most of Italy is higher development than both Granada and Paris, though. And the east is very, very highly developed. Like, it's all green, from what I can see. You've got this steppe land over here, which is 23 development. Kazan is 39 development. Insane, actually. Aleppo is 43 development, which is pretty interesting. I mean, good monuments to upgrade. That one's not bad. That's not that great. That's not too good. This one, nope. This one? No, that's Orthodox only, I think. That's being upgraded. Oh, here we go. That one's pretty good. Can we upgrade any of these? I'll take an extra missionary strength actually. This one, I'll take that, why not? Wait, what's that? I think Luca has something on it. What's that? Marmol Lunensis. Great project upgrade cost. I'll take that. With this mod, are there any other special buildings? I mean, Rome is probably the best place to look if there were to be any, but it doesn't look like it. If I have a look in Paris. No, I don't think so. It doesn't look like it, no. I'll take that one. That's not bad actually. Walls of Ragusa, Walls of Dubrovnik. I mean, they're the same thing. But okay. I just want to siege somewhere, and I don't know where, because there's so much going on. Why is Austria... Oh yeah, they're in this Schmalkaldic League war. See, the thing is that even though it doesn't require that much war score for me to take provinces now, if I get too overextended, crushing rebellions is the most horrible thing in this mod. It's horrible because... Okay, maybe not here. Wait, if I just show you another part. Okay, look at Italy. Look how many provinces are here. If there's a rebellion, it's like so difficult for my troops to get there. Because it's quite difficult to actually click on like a province. Because you see, especially like around here, it's just painful. So I generally prefer not to take loads and loads of land from wars. Yeah, it's not as bad as Voltaire's Nightmare, but still not amazing. I'd want to have like armies that I can station in that area to make sure that if there is a rebellion, my troops will be alright. Sorry, my troops will be able to crush it. Yeah, meanwhile I've just left this one there. This was my first legion as well. But I can't really... What? How is it letting me pass through the Syrian desert? What's the attrition here? How is the attrition only 1? What? Bruh. Okay, fine, I'll move it, but... That's mad, you know. It should be like 10. This is the Syrian desert. Bruh. Okay. What happened to who? My first legion. Oh, I just moved them here. Like, because the rivers are navigable, you can sail up. So when I was at war with QQ for Armenia, and I took a little bit of land, I just moved them there, and I never moved them back. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely been interesting. I can, yeah, I can. But the issue is, I don't have a fleet in the Tigris right now. The closest fleet that I have, I believe, is in Hrapta. So I'd probably have to wait like a month or two for it to get there. You know what? They're fine here. I'm just gonna leave them there for a bit. I mean, do I really need this fleet here right now? No, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna move this fleet here and then I'll transport them out. Wait, but the thing is, where am I going to transport them to? Is the problem. Oh wait. Oh, it ends here. The Okay, hold on. I thought that the Euphrates in this one ended somewhere around here, but no. Okay, if it ends here, then I can just transport them up this river to Nicophorium. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll just do that then. Perfect. Okay, so they're moving. Move this one to crush that. Okay, that works. This one I'm probably going to send to there. Do Austria have any more forts? I don't think they do, you know. I might do for Brandenburg now, and then just crush any Austrians just vibing there. Oh, Austria's got... Okay, that's... With... Where are my other fleets? Okay, not that one. Not that one. Okay, definitely not that one. Oh, okay, right. I can probably remove this one from the Danube now. Well, to go deal with that fleet. Oh no. One of my light ships is like, why are you going out? Okay, that's just... Bruh. Okay, I might as well just send all of them in then. There we go. 90 light ships. I lost a couple though, I think. I'm going to send this one back to the upper Danube. This one's got no general. I'm sending that one. Yeah, France has recovered most of its territories now. All of this is occupied before, which is brilliant. Although they've probably lost it. Yeah, oh dear. Nothing in France is good now. It's all devastated. Yikes. Meanwhile, my lands. Sweden or Denmark, right? You know what, actually? That's a really good idea. The only issue is Sweden and Denmark can't actually raid. I don't think. Maybe if you were like Gotland or something, I think they can raid. Maybe. No, okay, I don't think they... Unless they become a pirate republic. If you were a pirate republic, it'd be so fun in this mod. You're not wrong. To be honest with you, look at Northern Iraq right now. Look at this. It's all doing alright. Well, that belongs to QQ, but... Even Syria is kind of... I didn't state that, but Aleppo is recovering. It's almost at prosperity. Tripoli is recovering. Palestine is doing alright. Oh, whoops, I forgot to develop these. Okay. Well, that's why that one's not doing too well. Right, that should be doing alright now. Anatolia has been prosperous for ages. It's brilliant. Need to start culture converting the Italians. Don't want any of that culture in the new empire, do we? How is wait, where is this? Oh, this is Vienna. Did I may have just forgotten to siege it. Right, okay. There's no more fort. Actually, there is another fort. Let's have a look. Why are you in the war? Wait, how? That's interesting. Well, who is like a co-belligerent on their side? Oh yes, I can kick Castile out of the Oh no, I can't actually. If I want to take that land. No, I can take them in the next war. There. Unless I take slightly less land here. Which one's the gold province? Wait, does Hispania not have a gold province in this mod? What? Oh no! Oh no! Wait, that's not good if they don't have a gold province. The Angevin Empire. I haven't tried. I haven't tried it. No. Wait, so Hispania doesn't have a gold mine in this mod? Bruh. But Wales has a gold mine. Wales has a gold mine. Right. Okay. Well, that's interesting to know. Wait. What do you mean you become West Rome? Like, is it a formable? Sorry, I bought the new DLC, but I literally haven't touched it. Yeah, exactly. Why does it not have gold, bruh? Where is La Mancha in this mod, actually? I need to have a look. Wait, can you just pause a second? La Mancha is it even here? La Mancha. It's a state. It'd be one of these. Bonjour. Comment ça va? I'm very well versed in languages. PU? Okay, I guess. It makes you focus on invading Italy. Okay. No, that's just funny because I swear every barbarian loves to come and invade Italy and just sack it. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna send these to Alexandria to steal all the trade power from the Mamluks. This is what you gotta do, like in the later game. You just build 100 light ships and you go bully the next trade power. Je vais bien. I think that means. I think that means what I think it means. The Arabs, yes, under the Umayyad Caliphate. It's genuinely surprising that the Franks managed to stop the Umayyad Caliphate. But the thing is that we don't actually know if the Umayyads wanted to conquer. They might have just been trying to have a little raid. What's your opinion on it? Do you think the Umayyads were going for a raid, or do you reckon they were going to conquer? Because I don't think the Umayyads would want to conquer Gaul, because Arabs don't like cold weather. I reckon if they were going to take anything, they'd just take Narbonensis. What is it called now? I know the Romans call it Narbonensis. The Franks call it Septimania. I don't know what it's called now. You see, the thing is, the Umayyads didn't try to spread Islam itself with force. They tried to expand the caliphate with force. But what they didn't actually like was people converting to Islam because they wanted the jizya tax. Yeah, raid. I agree. I agree. I agree. A raid, but I think maybe if they decisively defeated the Franks, they may have annexed just a little bit along Septimania. Yeah. What did they call him? Like, Mayor of the Palace, right? I'm pretty sure that was a Frankish title. Mayor of the Palace. Yeah. Because what was that line of kings before the you had Pepin, like you had Carolingians, then you had Merovingians, the Merovingians, yeah. Those were the ones that were the puppets. The Merovingians were the puppets, I think, right? Yeah, I don't know much about Frankish history. I'm just trying to think about what I know. Yeah, exactly. Umayyads were racist against everybody but the Arabs. They even made Berbers who converted to Islam pay the jizya still. So the Berbers really didn't like that at all. And so that's how the Abbasids... Well, the Abbasids didn't actually gain their support from the West. The Abbasid revolt began in Central Asia around... where was it actually? I know it was in Central Asia. I know it was far east. I think it may have been around like Merv, Samarkand. Well, maybe not Samarkand, but it was definitely east in Persia where the Abbasids began their revolt. Yeah, the Black Banner was definitely raised in the east. Far East. And then they marched on Syria against the Umayyads. Iran. You know, I think I know where you get that from. I know they had support from Kufa, which I don't... Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where Kufa is exactly, but I know that it's somewhere around here. I know Kufa because Baghdad was here when it was built later, and Kufa... I don't know, is it this one? I don't know. Kufa was somewhere... Kufa was somewhere around here, basically. So, I don't think they had support from the whole of Iraq, but they definitely had support from a lot of Iran, because obviously, as the Umayyads didn't like anyone but Arabs, they didn't like the Persians either, and the Persians weren't happy about it. Gregory of Tours. Wasn't he one of Charlemagne's advisors? He was like one of the guys who followed him around. Because he had that monk from England. And then he had a bunch of other advisors. Syagrius was not a Roman. I mean... But the son of a deposed Frankish king. Are you sure? I mean, the thing is, you don't have to be born a Roman to be a Roman. Like, being a Roman, or in my opinion, at least this is what a Roman was, from what I understand from the text I've read. Being a Roman is like, you know, you accept that culture. Being a Roman is like a culture. It's not really... it's not something that you're like born into. It's something you can assimilate into. It's... I don't know, it's a way of life. It's a tradition. You're familiar with Mos Maiorum. It means the ways of the ancestors. I mean, to be honest with you, later Romans kind of fell off like hard. They didn't understand this, which is probably why the empire collapsed. They all became greedy, and they didn't stick to the old ways. Mos Maiorum is you can translate it as the way or ways of the ancestors. That's interesting. Darsatica. Okay. Yeah, exactly. And remember, yeah, like, the most Roman parts in the entire empire, yeah? Well, okay, northern... You know, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but there's a region called there was a region called the Fossa Regia, yeah? The Fossa Regia, it was a region... Let me just highlight it on my map. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just remove these. Hold on. If I just get rid of these for a second. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on, let me show you. The Fossa Regia was this region here. And this region was more Roman than Northern Gaul for a very, very long time. Because, you know, this was conquered from Carthage after the Second Punic War. Well, a lot of North Africa was, but this was all populated with Romans, and they became proper Roman cities, all of these. The province of Africa was of great importance to the empire. Not just Carthage, because... You see, the thing is, Carthage had a lot more. Because remember, Carthage also had its outposts along here. Those still remain Punic. And remember, Carthage also had inland, because inland is where they practiced their amazing, brilliant farming techniques. So I think basically just the coastal cities. It's not really great to describe it with a map in EU4, but the coastal cities would have been assimilated into proper Roman culture, whereas inland, they may have been assimilated slightly. Like they would have exhibited like an Afro-Roman kind of culture, like a mix between Punic and Roman culture, inland, which is kind of what we saw later during the decay of the empire. But yeah, but yeah, I mean, Rome is just like an ideology. I mean, you know about the coloniae that was founded here, like coloniae Felix Agrippa something. Like Rome had colonies of actual Romans everywhere in the empire, in Gaul, in Mauritania, somewhere around here, in Greece. Egypt and Greece. Egypt, definitely. Greece, I... Why do you think Greece was one of the most influential? Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Clovis didn't really have a choice. The thing is, you see, I think... But, you see, the thing is that you can say that, and a lot of people say that, but you've got to remember that even religions like, say, the Phoenician religions, or the Celtic religions, or even the religions from India, they all had like a pantheon that had similar characteristics. Like you had a thunder god, you had a war god, you had a love gods, you had a solar deity, a lunar deity. Like you can say it came from Greek, but remember, okay, whether or not the Romans actually came from the Trojans, or whether or not they were just a Latinized, a Latin people, I mean, that's up to you to decide, to be honest with you. But think about it. A lot, the Latin alphabet, some of it, and some Latin words, I mean, they come from Etruscan. I'd say it had a lot more influence from Etruscan than from Greek. 100%. You see, the thing is, you can't... The term ancient Greece is kind of ridiculous to me. Because you had Mycenae, which was... I can't even favourite the region. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm bringing up a map. Wait, can you not see this? Wait, I'm going to wait for my stream to catch up to what I'm saying. I'm going to show you. What is my... Okay, yeah, okay, it's on. Right, so Mycenae was like... Hold on, let me see if I can switch the colours. So Mycenae was... Bro, what's going on with the pen? Okay, I'm not sure why this won't work. Okay, hold on, I'm going to bring up a different map. Let's have a look. If I've got... Bruh. Hold on a second. Where is my map? Wait, just bear me one moment. open with paint.net. Okay, right, here's a map. So, wait, hold on, let me see what you read. Yeah, okay. So, Mycenae was... I just grab this colour. It was a civilization that had these lands pretty much. So it had these, had this, this, this. It had these islands. But actually no, hold on. Wait, I need to. Like, kind of like this. These are the lands Mycenae roughly had or exerted influence over. And it's Mycenae that was the kingdom that went to war with Troy, because Agamemnon was from Mycenae. And Troy was located around here. You see, the thing is that actually, what am I doing? I've just drawn the Mycenae thing wrong. There was a culture called Carian around here, but anyway, the Anatolian cultures were highly influenced by the cultures that came from here, and I should also mention the Minoans as well. These all had similar cultures, but Anatolia also had its own distinct cultures. Like, for example, Cybele or Rhea. You've probably heard of her. She, mother of Zeus, wife of Kronos. She was like a Lydian goddess located around here. The goddess Artemis as well. It's theorized she was also an Anatolian goddess, because the Greeks, it's kind of uncharacteristic of the Hellenic culture at that time to have a woman exhibit such masculine characteristics. So the thing is that it's all well and good to just say that all of this... No, actually not Macedonia for a while. Maybe this part of Macedonia. And then, like... And then... Like, it's all well and good to just call all of this ancient Greece. Like, as in these lands. Inland. But it's not. They all had their own very distinct cultures. Macedonia itself, during this time... Let me think. Kingdom of Macedonia... It was more like this, actually. And then Thessaly was here. But it had its own distinct language, its own distinct culture. The Greeks called them barbarians. I mean, when I think of ancient Greeks themselves, I think of all the polis and all that located in the Peloponnese, and then just a little bit of Boeotia and all that. These lands. In Western Asia Minor, yes, a couple of cities. Yes, you're right, but like Athenian coloniae or Theban coloniae, like that, yeah. But remember, you also had Anatolians here. They existed in these regions. And obviously, due to cultural exchange, mercantile exchange, there was a lot of influence between the two. Like, you wouldn't be able to say that this culture here is the same as this culture here, because the Anatolian culture was extremely important. You know, and also when, like, they would have also had influence from the Hittites, because culture like this happens. Like, you see, the thing is ancient history is very, very interesting. But a very, very common misconception, you see, is that, you know, cultures were like one thing. Like, for example, like the Roman culture itself. Let me think. Rome is here. So around here in Latium. Now, you see, Roman culture was this for ages. It was just this around this area. Yeah, that's actually that's not Rome. That was a bit more like Rome. It was just this for ages. But then slowly, it began spreading. You know, Greek also. So you had Arcadian here. You had Attic here. And a bunch of other cultures. Like, they all each had their own distinct cultures. Like, okay, they had things in common, Greeks, let's say. They worshipped similar deities. They held similar cultural traditions, things like that. But a Greek from here and a Greek from here would not have much in common at all. They may not have even been able to understand each other. You see what I mean? No? Well, yeah, Roman war doctrines would have been from ancient Greece, because where else could they have copied it from in this case? The Greeks had so many different little wars with each other. You know, a lot of naval technology would have been gained from that. I think even Carthage may have adopted some technology from there. The Egyptians as well, you know, because the ancient Greeks also had culture here in Cyrenaica, and that's close to Egypt, so they would have had cultural exchange through that. You see what I mean? No? Okay, maybe back to E4. Like, I don't know if anybody's still there. Definitely lost a lot of viewers. Oh, you are still there. Brilliant. But how do you define Greek? Because the Athenians and the Spartans wouldn't have considered themselves the same people. They would have been considered Spartan and Athenian. They're the same ethnicity but have different cultures. Yeah, I suppose you could argue that. Yeah, you could argue that. You could definitely argue that. But then, I mean, what about the Greeks settled here then? Or what was the other one? Here. Or here in Babylon. Or here at Spasinocharaxi. Or where else? Naucratis over here. Or even Alexandria itself over here. Actually, Alexandria was considered a Greek city, to be fair. But the Greeks here, and here would have had so much different, like, they would have had so much cultural exchange from all these other cultures. I mean, they fundamentally became different. These would have been descendants of Greeks. Like, for example, you've probably heard of Menandros, the Indo-Greek king that established Buddhism as the religion of... Well, he kind of syncretized Buddhism with the Hellenic religion, the Hellenic cult, I should say. Like, he put Heracles on his coins. He kind of just tried to associate him with Buddhism in a way. There are a bunch of ancient Greek cities, like in India, Where's Barigaza? It was like here. This was a main one. Indo-Greek kingdom at its height. Well, this was occupied, I guess, but it looked like this. In a way, but remember, they maintained like a real presence in this region for a very, very long time. Like, the final kingdom, well, the final Greek kingdom in the world existed here, near the Indus. It fell in like 10 BC or something like that. My point is that, okay, you know what, you're right, they were assimilated over time, very true. And also, what you said about Mongolians and Yuan, I don't think that's true, because even today, the Mongolians still have their own distinct nomadic culture. They didn't, like, become fundamentally Chinese like the Yuan did. The Yuan were Mongols who assimilated, but the Mongols still have their own traditional Mongol stuff. Like, okay, the Mongols that came into China, let me see, China... these are the Han lands of China, I believe. They look kind of like this, unless it's this. I think it's something like this. The traditional Han lands of China. So probably any Mongols that settled in this region would have been Sinified or became Chinese. But the Mongolians who, like, were vibing in the steppes still, they would have maintained their own culture. The Greeks are very quite a special case. I mean, they had colonies here, a little colony there. They had some here. They had a lot of presence along here. Same here actually, and then some here, some here. But each of these would have been slightly different. Like, they may even have become more, I don't know, barbarian influenced than the ones around here. It's kind of difficult to explain. And also the thing you said regarding I ego, you esse, I don't know too much about Greek itself, well, about modern Greek at all. However, I know Attic Greek for you is su. I don't know what esse is, yeah, but I know the Greeks used su for you. I know that they used... You see, my friend, you need to give me a time period. If you give me a time period, I can tell you, roughly. I mean, Yarjevina, regarding ego, you could kind of, I guess, argue that, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. I know exactly what it looks like, but I don't know if I'm, let me see if the ancient Greek for I am, because I learnt these declensions like a while back, is like, it looks like this. However, I can't exactly read the accents too well. It's this. Like, it would have been pronounced Amy or something like this. Yes, but su is not linked to, say, s, which Latin uses. I agree, nowadays North Macedonian has nothing to do with them. However, Macedonians, during, say, Philip II, would not have been considered Greeks. No way. Not during Philip II. Definitely by the Roman times, or even during the Roman wars with Antiochus, they would have been considered Greeks, no doubt. Yes, but what I'm trying to say is that this influence with ego, amai. I mean, you know, all languages in that time were conjugated like this. Even Etruscan was probably conjugated like this. It's a common way to conjugate a system. And yes, undoubtedly they would have had many words from the multitude of Hellenic languages. They would have also assimilated a lot of words from Etruscan, the Samnites, the Oscans, the maybe even some of the some Gallic languages. They also didn't have their own distinct language or culture. Are you alright, man? Of course they had their own distinct language and culture. Look. Let me see if I can find a source. What do you mean a dialect of Greek? There was no singular Greek language. These did not exist. Their own distinct culture, for sure. Yeah, they believed in the gods of Olympus, true, later, too, because they assimilated. There's no point denying history, yeah? There's no point, because what are you doing? You're not learning anything. If you can't accept history and analyze it bit by bit, you know, giving opinions, listening to others' opinions on it, looking at actual evidence on it, then what's the point? There's no point aggressively just saying that all of this is Greek and it's just Greek and like that's it. There's no point saying that. There's no point because you're not learning anything. You're not analyzing anything. You're just stating something, and whether it's true or not, you're just going to maintain that. I'm not denying the fact that they adopted certain words. Merhaba, bro. What? The Macedonians were a tribe? No. Barbarians were everything above this region, pretty much. Let me clear this map. Barbarians were everything above this region. Except for, say, maybe Dodona. Yes, but that's due to political pressure. You see, there's a lot of bias, like, from... I am going to speak about a controversial topic here, but there is definitely a lot of bias from modern Greece regarding Macedonians to try and, you know, delegitimize North Macedonia. North Macedonia is delegitimized anyway. Nobody in their right mind believes that they're actual Macedonians. Like, nobody believes this. You know, they just live in a region that was part of the Roman province of Macedonia. That's it. However, I'm going to send a link in the chat. Hold on a minute. Look at this bias. Macedonia is a Greek word. We don't know what the Macedonians would have called themselves because the tribe was called Macedones, I believe. Yes, it is. It is an ancient Greek word. The ancient Greeks had words for everything. Like, let me think. Another word. What's another word? Phoenicians. Phoenices. This is what the Greeks called them. Phoenices. We don't know exactly. Well, or do we? Let's have a look. What did the Phoenicians call themselves? The Phoenicians are thought to refer to themselves as Kenaani. Okay? The Greeks called them Phoenices. They grouped Byblos, Sidon, Tyre, and all of that into one culture, the Phoenices. That's not what the Phoenicians called themselves. Similarly, the original Macedonians wouldn't have called themselves Macedonians. Macedonia is a Greek word coming from these city-states, which named it. Because the Macedonians assimilated into Greek culture by that point. They shared many characteristics by that point. By the time of Alexander the Third, they would have, assimilated many Hellenic customs that many of these city-states would have had. This second word you've put, Macedonians or whatever, that's Slavic. Yeah, they wouldn't have called themselves that. Obviously not, no. But they probably wouldn't have called themselves Macedones either. You see, you're vigorously trying to push a point whilst ignoring the fact that language changes, cultures change. It's just... It's very difficult to speak civilly about an argument with you, my friend. I think I'm just going to go back to EU4. Because there's no point in myself trying to argue a point if you don't want to budge. It's a waste of my time. Yeah, I did. I conquered a lot of Italy. You get territorial cause after you complete I think it was this mission. You get cores on Italia, so I've just been conquering quite a bit, yeah. I also built forts along these so that when I fight Tripoli, it shouldn't be too difficult. I'm at war with the Austrians now because I declared on Aragon whilst Austria was attacking them for a personal union to get these islands, but then Austria enforced the personal union on them before I could do it, so now I'm fighting Austria. But I called in the French and the Commonwealth, so now now Austria is getting attacked by all of us, which is quite fun. This Donny just won't let in, will he? How can you... seriously, you know, I actually am going to go back to this. How can you think, that this region has always been Hellenic? It's not possible. It's not possible that a single culture... Like, when the cultures did these things, they created colonies. For example, a colony here, or a colony here. Like Amphipolis or Olynthos. This region cannot have been Greek the entire time, or a Greek subculture. It's impossible. Well, yes, it looks like the Greeks are the ones manipulating history. Thracian tribes, Illyrian tribes, many of these later, especially the Thracians, assimilated into Greek culture. They adopted it. These multiple universities shouldn't be considered universities. Basic history. You lot just... I have no wish to engage in this conversation any further. I mean, to be fair, Moscow, you do share a lot of genes. You do share a lot of... Oh, sorry, hold on a minute. Right. Yeah, you know Yunnan, Yorna was the Indian name for the Ionian Greeks that settled here. So Yunnan probably comes from Ionian. Well, that's up to you, isn't it? People want to manipulate things for different reasons. It's your choice. Yunnan comes from Ionia because of the Ionian Greeks that were mostly the ones that settled here along the Anatolian coast. You know, founding cities like Smyrna, Ephesus, Miletus, what are some other ones? Halicarnassus was a Carian city, but I don't remember what the Carians called it. I'm not sure. Yeah, we did. We found the same answer, bro. Are you? Yes, Thessalonica was named after Alexander's sister. Yes. What was his name? Lysimachos' wife. No, Cassandra's wife. Cassandra's wife. But so, how does that prove anything? Alexander founded cities in India. What does this prove? What does this prove? Alexander founded Alexandria, which is in Egypt. You saying Egyptians are Greeks now? Or Indians are Greeks? What does this prove? There's no point trying to, push a narrative that isn't true. There's just no point. Like, what bias would I have? I'm British. Indeed, these cities, Alexandria on the Hyphasis, Alexandria on the Indus, Alexandria Bucephalus. Not replace. They're still the same people with the same genes. However, they just adopted a different culture. This is like the Anatolians and the natives who lived along here. They would have just adopted the culture. What? Okay, Moscow, don't get offended by this, yeah, but Turks are literally just the Hellenic inhabitants of the Eastern Roman Empire, but just with a different culture. That's all. You're just the Anatolians, the Eastern Roman Anatolians, but with a different culture. That's all. Well, no, these things obviously not taught in school because public education is terrible. They try to push things upon you that aren't true. They don't let you use your own mind. What do you mean native mass? Are you telling me you think? Okay, I'm going to tell you what this Donny thinks, yeah? This Donny thinks that the entire world just emerged from here and that all of this was empty. Yeah, this is history, exactly. You can find it from anywhere. This Don actually thinks that the cradle of civilization or whatever just came from here and it spread everywhere. Thinks there's no such things as natives. Okay, yeah, I do agree with that. Turks are Muslimized Greeks, Armenians, and a bunch of other ethnicities, correct. With a different culture, which is a different culture coming from Central Asia. Yeah, you're correct about that. At least you haven't manipulated this. no, he means you changed North Macedonia's name to North Macedonia, but like it doesn't really matter. It's just a name after all. The only confusion with that is just simply because like the Roman province of Macedonia looks something like this. No. Oh yeah, let's go, my G. What's up, Nirvan? Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, bro. Yo, what's up? Why is it your choice to give them the name? After all, it's just a name. The Romans gave the region that name. Look, I'll even bring up a map if you want. No, look. The Roman province of Macedonia. You see? It encompasses that region of North Macedonia. That's why. There's no other reason. What is this? Thessalonica to Skopje and Purim. Where is this Purim? The mountains, right. This isn't a thing. It doesn't work like this. You can't just erase native cultures. Like, you cannot do this. It's just like how Athenian was a culture just in Athens, and then obviously it spread to Piraeus. Then it spread to like Athenian colonies here, which would have had Athenian culture for a while, until it became slightly different. It's not how it works. Cultures are spread from somewhere. There would obviously have been a culture here before it changed. This is just common sense. I don't understand how... I don't know why I'm even still arguing this point, man. I just wanted to play U4. Just wanted to stack by some Austrians. Now I'm just fed up. Moscow, how's your day been? How are you feeling about Erdogan's victory in the election? No. Why do you want me to look at North Macedonia, bro? can purchase the Splendor ability. Brilliant. Oof. That's a pretty good one. I should probably be able to complete that agenda in Alexandria now. How much trade power do I have in Alexandria? 39%. How much do... Oh, privateers. Okay, that's fine. I can just switch these to privateers. Sorry, not protect trade. Privateer in Alexandria. Right, that should, fingers crossed, complete the agenda. Unless it hasn't. Pirates of 26. Okay, right. Okay, here we go. More ships. Privateer. Alexandria. Yeah, don't. But the thing is that you can't say Macedonia is a Greek state. Well, it is now, the state of Macedonia, but if you speak of Alexander's times, Alexander the First, I mean, not the third, it was undoubtedly not Greek. No chance, my friend. Alexander the First reigned in, I think, the 500s. Indeed, Athenians, Spartans and Thessalians definitely assimilated people in neighbouring cities. Remember, these were just city-states, yeah? They would have assimilated peoples from other cultures. Well, Sparta, I don't think Sparta had colonies outside of the Peloponnese. No, look, what he's saying is correct. These were all connected by language, religion and culture. You don't get it though, do you? Culture and religion, yes, perhaps. Language, definitely not. But remember, culture and religion would have differed slightly. Think of this in a way... What's the best analogy I can do? CK3 maybe? You know, in CK3 you can hybridize cultures. This is how things work in real life. You can hybridize culture. My friend, again, his name may not have been Alexandros. This would have just been how he was known by the Greeks. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, man. Bro thinks everyone can be Greek. This is like how the Greeks called the Indian king Porus, well, Poros. But this was definitely not his name. There's no chance that was his name. The Greeks just changed names because it's easier in their language and also because you need to conjugate a name. This is just how it's done. Like, this is how Brennus, you know, like a Gaul. Like, you change the name to Brennus, Brennos, because you can conjugate it. You know, because you need endings to be similar to conjugate. You probably already know this. Yeah, there were other people as well, and slowly, these other people changed their culture. This is normal. Macedonia would have become Greek history at some point, you're correct. But I would say... What do we think, guys? Maybe 150 BCE? Nah, probably earlier than that. Let me think. 250s BCE. Because remember, the Thracians were still a threat whilst Romans were there. So the Thracians encompass quite a bit of land. Maybe between 200 and 250 BCE. We are talking about... this guy is trying to argue that only Greeks have been in Macedonia, which is just... Well... Let's hear your opinion on the matter, my friend. You know that for all time, throughout every single age, for 10,000 years, only Greeks have lived here, according to this guy. There you go. Thank you, man. Cheers. And I also got the agenda done, which is brilliant. I can do another Cossack agenda now. You want me to loot every province in which area? Caspe. I can do that. Yeah. Leo is something. Are you a fan of the Eastern Roman Empire by any chance? Sorry, it's just 'cause I've been looking at some stuff on like Leo the Sixth. He's a pretty interesting guy, you know. Who's your favourite Eastern Roman Emperor? Oh, I swear, if you say Leo the Third, I'm gonna be... No, I really hope you don't say Leo the Third. Wait. Oh dear, why isn't it pausing? Justinian. Ooh, okay. You mind if I ask why? I kind of have mixed opinions about Justinian, so I just want to hear your perspective. I think I'm going to send a colonist to Rome, actually, just to develop it a little bit. Oh no, I'm culture converting it, never mind. I'll send it to Regium then. I'll send it there. There we go. I don't know, you know. I feel like, you know, Heraclius also spoke Latin. He just changed the language to Greek, the official language of the empire. I mean, you see, the thing is, I, in a way, understand what you mean, but... Trust me, I really understand what you mean, but... you know emperors like Basil II? Like, look... If you think about traditional emperors in the Roman eras, you know, you think of powerful leaders, skilled strategists. Basil II was definitely that, and think about his reforms, like what he did in Bulgaria as well. You know, granting autonomy to the Bulgarian church, which is still autocephalous. He also enacted reforms allowing Bulgaria to pay tribute in terms of grain, because they're what's it called? They didn't have a good monetary system, basically. So he was a very skilled administrator, skilled commander. However, he just wasn't really... He didn't plan for the succession, which is a problem. He faced the same problem as the Nova Antonine emperors. He didn't plan for a succession. And then... who succeeded Basil II again? It was his brother. I've forgotten his name. Constantine something. He didn't do anything. He wasn't that great. But I kind of understand what you mean about Justinian. Like, he's a brilliant emperor. It's just the only thing is that you could agree with this, you may not, but I think that he stretched the empire to the brink of collapse. Like, conquering North Africa would have been fine, but maintaining Italia, you would have needed so much manpower to prevent invasion from the Franks, and especially the Lombards that came later. And as a result, all of the money accrued from Anastasius was gone. Definitely, because the Persians invaded, he had to send Belisarius to that front. And conquered slower, agreed, definitely. Should have just started North Africa for a while. Because all of the treasury from Anastasius was gone. After Justinian died, the empire had barely any gold left. Yeah. Why are the Austrians just chilling? No, you don't get to chill. Yeah, you're right about that, you know. Because remember, one of the fundamental values of the ancient Greek polity was, what's the word? Freedom. They had a word for it. What was the word? What was the word? It was like... What did they call it? It was like, it began with E. It was like what was it? It was something like Eleutheros, but what is this LF thing? No. Wait, I have the Greek thing on my computer. Let me just... Here we go. Why can't I get... Where is the theta? Like that. But the E had an accent on it. Yeah, not just Philip II, you know, like all of them. They were all more absolute in terms of a monarchy. Because the smaller Greek city-states, they hated tyrants, i.e. monarchs. Ah, yes, Sparta was a kingdom, but remember, if any of their two rulers were bad, they were just deposed. They were deposed. It's like, think of it, ish, like a, I want to say consular system, but it was nothing like that. Basically, if those kings were bad, like as in unskilled or unfit for the job, then they were removed. Like, let me think. Who was that? There was that guy. Who was that one before Leonidas? What was that Don's name? Just trying to think. What was his name? It was like Cleomenes or something, I think. Maybe. Depose means removed from the throne. Pretty good. Cleomenes, yeah. So his co-king was not good, and he got deposed. And then Cleomenes was doing some dodgy dealings, so he got deposed as well. Like, if the people didn't want you there, you were gone. Even the oligarchs didn't have as much influence as the people, because, well, if they tried, then they would have just got murdered by the people. Like, if you're living in a city, and the oligarchs are trying to mess something up, the people will just slaughter them. I mean, that's the advantage of, I suppose, governing in a city. is that the people themselves have a lot of influence. If you have like a lot of land, the people don't have as much influence to do that, because you know you can employ armies, bribe the army commanders. People have less control. So the people were certainly an important fact to consider when talking about this. Yeah, this is very true. This is very true. What were the two dynasties of Sparta? You had the Eurypontid, and then you had another one, but I've forgotten the name of the other one. You're specifically talking about the Athenians here. Every city would have seen every other city as beneath them, because every city would have believed their own culture would have been superior. Thebes, Sparta, Athens, Corinth, for a while. I mean, you also had the island of Corcyra, which was also a preeminent naval power in the region. It's Corfu now, but they would have all believed their own culture superior. But all of them collectively agreed that these barbarians would have been beneath them. Oh, okay. The burghers are now at max influence. This is slightly unfortunate. Right, well, we just have to firm that, I guess. I've almost completely won against Austria now. 120% is max, so I've almost won. I should probably send some of these guys to Hispania to sort out the problems. Just go auto siege some of those provinces. Yo, Leo is something. What's your opinion of what's his name? Constantine the Seventh, Porphyrogenitos. What's your opinion of him? I'm genuinely curious. Which last one? Oh, no, this is Constantine the 7th. Yeah, the last one was Constantine the 11th. The 7th one was, hold on, what's going on here? Why is this devastated? Okay. No, Constantine the Seventh was of the so-called Macedonian dynasty of the Eastern Roman Empire. Yeah. The last one was Palaiologos. Oh my, this guy is on it again. Basil II was also from the Macedonian dynasty, you're correct. So was Basil I. Yeah, Constantine VII was so based. You know what would have been even better is if, you know, because Constantine only ascended to the throne like when he was around 40, because he had a lot of regencies and all that. It'd be cool if he ascended after his father Leo. I mean, to be fair, he was like 7 when Leo died, but I think Constantine's really lucky that what's his name, Romanos Lekapenos, kept him alive. But Romanos, well, he wasn't the worst usurper, you know. He wasn't that bad. Pretty cool, actually. Yeah, it would have, you know. You know, a while back, my friends and I, we were having a laugh, you know, about how base Constantine the Seventh was. Like, we were talking about, like, you know, because I don't remember his uncle's name, but after Leo died, Leo's brother, I don't remember his name, ascended to the throne as co-emperor with Constantine the Seventh. So, imagine if, and this emperor, Leo's brother, was a drunk, and during this time the Bulgarians invaded, I think under Simeon. I might be wrong though, under Simeon the First. Imagine if, yeah, I know this is completely unrealistic. Imagine if, like, I think it would have been 5, 6 or 7-year-old Constantine went out and he beat the Bulgarians. Imagine that. That would be some really whack, interesting history to talk about if it ever happened. Most based emperor is Basil II, agreed. Basil II was definitely the most based emperor of the Eastern Roman Empire. Well, after Anastasius, it depends when you define the Eastern Roman Empire, to be fair, because some people define it after 395, when Theodosius split the empire in two. And, well, some define it at different points. Generally, people call the Eastern Roman Empire Byzantium, or the Byzantine Empire, following Heraclius's change of the official language of the empire to Greek. But I don't know. It looks like you're desperate, mate. The thing is it? You can see all of us. I've put rational points in, and you're just getting irritated. Like, you've given no factual evidence. You're just throwing things out that aren't correct, trying to state points that you think we can't answer when we can't. Like, all of this information is online. Everything we're saying can be backed up. I mean, Macedonian Greeks. Again, depends on which era you're talking about. No, he's still talking about some Persian one. This Don is talking about Philip II leading the other Greek city-states. That's got nothing to do with him being a Greek. Yeah, like... This guy's failing to grasp the bigger picture here. But cheers you lot for backing me. Yeah, cheers. Thanks. I can't for the life of me understand why some people just like to twist history. It's just like, why? It's not worth it. This guy's as bad as, like, you know that woman who made Cleopatra black in that Netflix film? You know, it's not historically accurate. She called it a documentary. It's like that. Have you heard of that, by the way? It's like, you must have heard of it. It's on Netflix. The documentary, in quotation marks, of Cleopatra, the Macedonian princess. They brought on that woman's grandma. Nothing is based off facts there. Yeah, it's just untrue. I mean, you could technically argue that potentially ancient Egyptians around the bottom part, like beyond the first cataract and the second cataract. You know, the second cataract is flooded now with this thing. There were actually like thriving cities around here, but then this bit flooded. Yeah, Nubian. Yeah, more or less. Yeah, let's just call them Nubian. Also, fun fact. Do you guys know where the word Ethiopias comes from? Wait, let me type it in chat. Wait, I'm still on the Greek keyboard. Hold on. Do you know where this word comes from? Like what it means? Not burn man's land. It just means burnt face. It just means burnt face, yeah. But you know what is actually quite interesting? You know art from like the Minoan period? And other eras like that, Mycenae and these kind of ages. It's quite interesting because on their pottery, they have like images of Nubians. It's pretty interesting actually, which means that Nubians sailed up the Nile to trade with the Hittites, Mycenae. Who was ruling this again? It would have been the Egyptians in that time actually. And the Egyptians in that age, they were wham, because they were under the 18th dynasty and all that. So they controlled well into Nubia and then Punt as well. But you're not wrong. The Greeks referred to any land with people with black skin as Ethiopia. Well, I say that, but you also had Agisimba, which was... I don't know if you guys have heard of Agisimba. I read about it a while back, actually. Let me see. Where... if I just bring up the... Thanks. Do they show mountains on this? Yes, you're right. They did think of Ethiopians as a supreme race. You're right. Yeah, they did. Where there's some mountains around here. Where are they? I can't see the mountains. Okay, this is not a bad map. So the Romans sent an expedition down here under, I think it was Septimius Flaccus, it may have been, or some other guy, because there were some Garamantes here, which were a tribe that traded with the Romans, very, very advanced. So the Romans went down there past these lands into, say, this area, I think, somewhere around here. They called this land Agisimba. There's actually some references for this, because it was a green land. Fezzan is like, it's Fazania. Fazania is Fazania was this region, roughly. I mean, some people think it's Zimbabwe, but how are they getting there? I don't think it would have been Zimbabwe. Like 4 months journey south of Fazan, it's not possible. Oh, it was the Julius Maternus expedition. Yeah, it's really interesting. Probably they heard from. What do you mean? Like, what would they have heard from the Ethiopians? About you see, the thing is that okay, I'm gonna bring up a map, another map. Let me think. Oh yeah, Periplus Maris Erythraei. Okay, right. So you see, the furthest the ancient Greeks knew, the furthest cities that they knew, the first emporii that they knew were, well, it was in Rapta, which is here. I mean, unless you believe the story about the Phoenicians circumnavigating Africa, this was the furthest that these guys knew existed, the furthest that's recorded. No, I mean, the thing is that the expedition down here, it kind of makes sense because the Gauromantes would have been experts at hopping from oasis to oasis, because, I mean, look, all of these are oases. They're not, it's not like, you know what, this is probably the one time EU4 is actually going to do me a solid here. You see how all of these are like just oases? They're not even this big. You have to travel between them to get from land to land. So the king of the Gauromantes would have had to do this. So if the Romans went with him for help, then they could have definitely crossed the Tibesti mountain range and gone. Do they show the mountains here? I don't think they do. Yeah. I don't know, it's really interesting, ancient history, you know, I love it. It's genuinely just amazing. But what I really don't like is just when people try to twist it. It's just, I don't understand it, and I refuse to accept it. It's just wrong. I mean, one could argue history is just what's the quote? History is just lies that are agreed upon. You could say that. However, I feel like it's important that the things that are proven true aren't argued against. Like if this Greek guy actually had evidence that suggested that Greeks were there for 4,000 years in Macedonia, which is obviously impossible, and you know, well, yeah, it's impossible. But if he actually had evidence, I would at least hear him out. But this Don doesn't have evidence, is the thing. He just tries to argue the point, which, you know, you can't do it. Oh yeah, the fleet from Hrapta has finally arrived in Mesopotamia, so we can send these back now. Yeah, he said a couple of. Yeah, you're right. He did say a couple of things that were true. But yeah, he kind of. I feel like if he actually argued his points right, we could have agreed on more. But he didn't seem interested in arguing his points. He just seemed interested in getting angry at us. Okay, I think Hispania should probably make peace now. I've sieged down it. I've sieged it down for ages. They got to make peace now. Yeah, finally. I'm gonna see if I can get this to Timbuktu. Right, Timbuktu. Right, because Timbuktu is my vassal, so. Castile owns all of that. Raw. Okay. Interesting. I should probably send colonists here then, and give it to Timbuktu. Take this, take that. I should just take these actually and give them to Timbuktu. Yeah. I think I'll just... Actually, let them keep that. And then I'll take these and give them to Timbuktu. Yeah, sure, no worries, man. Shoot. Any advice you need, I'm here. Right, so I can separate piece the Castilians. That's a lot of land. You'd love to see it. Baetica has been reconquered almost. And for Aragon, I am not going to take much in Hispania. I'm just going to take like that from Aragon. I'm going to take the Italian cities back. I'm going to take these back. Right, and now from Austria, I'm going to be so overextended, I've just realised. Like, it's going to be rough, but it's going to be worth it, I think. It's been a very long war. I think I'm going to give these to France. I'm going to take these from me. Just create a border on Italia. Thing is, I need to actually have enough troops to defend all this. Like, I can take it, but I need to be able to defend it is the thing. Do they have a small Danube province I could take? Yeah, I'll take that one. That's Vienna. Okay, probably not best idea to take that one. I'll just take this little port here. Tolna. Didn't the Ottomans have something there? No, I'm not taking Pannonia. That's gonna be too hard to defend. Cambridge Advanced Exam. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me look up that exam. 1 second. Cambridge Advanced Exam C1, C2. Right, so you want to work in the UK? There's so many Polish people in the UK actually. You're fitting quite well, I think. Let's have a look. What do they have? Let's have a look at the sample paper. The speaking part. Hold on. Let's see. If I had to do this in Polish, I'd fail because I can't even understand narzędnik. I can't even understand where to use it. It's killing me.
Now turn to part 3.
Right. Do they not have a... Let's have a look. Yeah, there is a lot of formality. Rah! A lot of English people wouldn't know how to do this, you know. I do, but write an essay discussing 2 other facilities. Bruh, this is literally like doing an English... This is like GCSEs all over again, bruh. Explain which facility is more important for local authorities to give money to, giving reasons for your answer. Well, this isn't ancient Rome anymore, so it ain't public gardens. But you could write about what you want. You just got to make sure you write coherently. I mean, you could say museums because it would attract, like, it would attract tourists, and tourism is an important industry that will bring a lot of money for the community. It also provides jobs for the community. Things like this. You were born in Turkey? Wow. Wait, you live in the UK? Whereabouts, bro? You know, you don't have to tell me the city, just like area, like as in East Midlands, West Midlands, the South, York. Okay. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that's pretty cool, you know. I mean, this is the writing paper. Let me see. I mean, what's actually on the speaking bit? That is not the speaking bit. I mean, with any exam, my advice is just to give as many, to do as many like past papers as you can if you can find them.
Extract 3. You hear a woman telling a friend about living in her capital city as a student. Now look at questions 5 and 6.
We're probably going... Let's see, Poland. To live in Poland?
What did you study at university?
I mean, the only thing I've heard from my colleagues who are Polish is that Polish degrees, unless you want to work in Poland, are not as good as, say, they're not as useful as ones from, say, an English-speaking country, because... But again, it just depends, isn't it? If you want to work in Poland, work in Poland. I mean, Poland's a beautiful country. It's an amazing country. And they're doing really well. They're probably like the best country in Europe right now, except for France. What about Istanbul? Turkey is a beautiful and amazing country, but I don't know about the government right now, mate. That's all. This mod is called Victorum Universalis. Give these to France. Austria don't have any colonies, does it? No, right, that's good. Oh my, I'm actually gonna die of overextension. I might actually die. Well, that'll probably be a problem to deal with like another time. Right. Yeah. My advice to you, man, is learn English, definitely, yeah, because it's definitely a language worth knowing, because it's the lingua franca right now. However, if I were you, I wouldn't work in England, because England's going downhill fast. Its taxes are too high, the government is incompetent, it's not an amazing place to live. If you want to go to an English-speaking country, my advice would be to pick Australia. Yeah, Australia is probably the only decent English-speaking country right now, unless you want to go to South Africa, because America and Canada are losing it. Canada especially, they're just, the government's out of order. I mean, me personally, I'm thinking about either going to Dubai or to Switzerland. That's why I'm learning French. Because I personally don't want to stay in England. Yeah, if you know English, yeah, and you are doing a skilled profession, like what do you want to study? Mechanical engineering, right. You could try and get a job in Dubai, potentially. You know, like, I'm sure that they, you know, I mean, it's a skilled vocation, so they're definitely going to be in demand. I mean, I personally want to study dentistry, and a dentist will have a good life in Dubai. You see, the thing is, I think, okay, jobs that say like accounting, yeah, those can be filled by AI, definitely. Perhaps not the analytical side right now, but bookkeeping can definitely be filled by it. Things like surgery, robots are nowhere near accurate enough to perform, you know, surgery that threatens life. Human hands are still going to be used for that for a long time. I'd give it at least 50 or so years. Yeah, yeah. It depends what kind of operators though. If it's say like a tractor or like, I don't know, to be honest. Why is my core creation cost so low? Not complaining, but my fist. Oh yeah, because yeah. Oh right, that's pretty cool. I should probably lower war exhaustion though. Yeah, definitely. But the thing is that you're educated, you're clearly determined. I also am quite determined. Like, in this world, yeah, you need to put your mind to something now. Like, if you don't, there's no way out. The thing is, you don't need to pay robots, yeah, but you need to pay humans. So, companies are obviously going to switch to robots when they can. It will be cheaper just to manufacture robots to do the work in the long term. It may be an expense in the short term, but in the long term, it'll be fine for them. So humans will definitely be phased out in these worker-like jobs. 100%, I agree with you. Right, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. But I'm going to give you a little tour of the Empire. Just a little one. Exactly, you need to get more valuable for not starving, unfortunately. This is sadly just the way it is. So, the cultures in the Empire are Greek. Well, it's literally just Greek. Everywhere. In the New World and everything as well. Then you also have indeed. And then we have the Miaphysite faith. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can show you the replay. So this is the Conquest of Italia. Wait, let me slow it down. Oh yeah, I fed part of Crimea to Circassia. Alex Karaman. When did I go for... Wait, at some point I know CB'd one of these guys. Yep. Look, this is me annexing all of their land. I took out all of the Irish guys. That was me, I did that. And then I conquered this from Scotland. And then I invaded England at some point. I don't know when it was coming, but I definitely did it. Oh yeah, I conquered Armenia. And then I took the ports from Tlemcen. Yep, England. And then this is just the world now. Bro, it's so funny. So this guy, he had no allies and he was on the coast. So all I did was I just no-CV'd him. And it let me... I couldn't annex any land from the north, obviously, because it's too far away for the coring distance. But basically, what I did was... you know, well, because these Irish guys... They all pretty much have cores on each other. Sorry, not cores, claims. So I just declared war on everyone in Ireland, and I gave him all the provinces. So that's pretty cool. I also developed him up a little bit. So like some of his coastal provinces, developed it a little bit. Obviously mine is much higher than his, but he's just not using those mana points properly. Let me develop him up a little bit. Because I'm a nice guy. Yeah, this is a properly, you know, this is a proper Hellenic city now, this one. It's even been culture converted. Oh, and also there's some Greeks in Scotland. Yes. Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I've shown the development map mode. I mean, what else is there to show? There's the trade one. I'm not really focusing too much on trade right now. If I did something, I could probably York. Sure, bro. Let's see. Does it have a fort or Eboracum? Yep. Here we go. There you go, 50 dev, Eboracum. York. Look how many troops I have in Hispania, bruh. I probably need to annex Bosnia at some point, actually. I've pretty much restored the Empire's Balkan territories. Well, at least the Eastern Roman ones. Because the thing is, I kind of want to restore Eastern Rome before I go for Western Rome. Like, I want to take... I need to favourite the provinces. I want to take these... ignore these. I want to take these lands first before I do anything else, and then I can expand the actual empire. Yeah, you're the biggest one in Britannia right now, I think. Actually, you're higher than London. Where's London? Well, London isn't actually. Well, the capital's in Westminster, but you're the highest development in England. So, there you go. I mean, which province is the highest dev in the world? Let's have a look. No, wait, what is it under? Countries, province development. Antwerp, bruh. That's a violation. I can't allow that, you know. How is it? Antwerp is higher development than Constantinople. Guys, we can't allow that, you know. Gotta have Constantinople high development. How much does it cost to 85? Oh, okay, no, that's actually quite a bit. I'm gonna need to put encourage development on. $71, bruh. No. Oh, I still can't. Okay, that's. Yeah, that actually is an insult for Rome. I should just attack Antwerp just for that. Who even owns Antwerp? If it's the French, I'm not attacking. Brabant, right. We got Alice the okay, no, you know what? Never mind. What else? There's the Holy Roman. It's not even Roman, bruh. It's just a mess. This is just a mess. What else is there? Is there anything else you want to see? Wait, what was that province overview thing? I've never looked at this before. What's this? These all of my provinces. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Awesome. Oh, where am I from? Well, as in, like, where do I live now? I mean, right now I live in Warwickshire, but my entire family is from London, which is hence the accent. Crimea doesn't have Crimea. Yeah, you're correct. Crimea is here, and they're here. Yep, without the Ottomans to protect them, they've been bullied. And obviously, I had to convert this away from Ligurian. What happened to Genoa? Do they even have cores on anything now? I think I just deleted them from the entire map. Oh, they still have cores. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I showed you this, but I modded custom units for this campaign. Elite Cataphract Cavalry. I don't know if I can show you the bonus. Yeah, you can see them for us. So like movement speed, shock damage received, cavalry shock, morale damage, historically accurate Eastern Roman cavalry. I'm still salty about Antwerp though. That is an insult to the Empire, you're not wrong. I'm honestly surprised Austria managed to get so big. Do you remember like yesterday when like... Actually, I don't think you were here yesterday, but Austria had like 300,000 troops. No, well, we can, because we have cores. We have cores on all of Italia. In fact, I think I can get France to return a couple of provinces to me. Because Verdkelai 51. Okay, I need to start currying favors with France. Bruh. That's a lot, you know. Jeez. It's a lot of favors. Yeah. Putin is not good at all. But what's interesting in this is that Muscovy's barely expanded due to this fat Commonwealth. Although he's lost a lot of manpower in my wars. Which isn't that great. I'm gonna send Poland a gift. So that they can recruit more soldiers, build more buildings. Hopefully the AI uses it well. This is my final act for the day. Before I go back to studying. $25,000 ducats. Confirm. Right, there you go. I want to see the income of all the other countries, actually. Just one more thing. Let's have a look. Total. What? Wait, how are we making... Oh, that's just the income. Okay. I was like... yeah, probably. I just said 25,000 ducats. That's pretty cool, actually. How is Vijayanagra getting so much money? Are they like massive or something? Oh, they are fairly big, to be fair. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, the Hindus have retaken Upper India, which is interesting. Don't usually see that. Mansa Musa vibes. Look at Mali though, bruh. Yeah, this is honestly such a cool campaign. Your rich tension is so high. There's a female on the throne, by the way, next. Anastasia. I'm not going to disinherit her because she's a 4/4/4, which is pretty good. But it's going to be a cool time. But yeah. I can't wait to reconquer Egypt, you know. But yeah, if you want help with your exams, add me on Discord. Let me send you my name. it's got this streamer mode thing on. Hold on. Disable that. Where's the YouTube tab? This is my Discord. It's public, so I don't mind putting it here. But yeah, add me if you need help. I can speak to you in English if you want. I don't know, it could help. And if you want, you can teach me a bit of Polish. I'm happy to learn. I'd be gassed to learn, honestly. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end that here for today. So yeah, cheers, man. Have a nice rest of your day. What time is it in Poland right now? So look. I know some Turkish already, but I'm happy to learn, honestly. But Polish is awesome. I really, really want to learn Polish. Such a cool language. Anyway, na razie. And have a nice evening. See you, bro.